there! It's a very special day, a special pajama special, because we're going to have a look at a great century-defining song that the patrons of patreon.com ukulele road trips voted for. Thank you very much. It's Bohemian Rhapsody. You may have heard of this song, maybe. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Which starts in C, by the way, but in the original it's in B flat. Now, to play all of the song in the right key, you will have to tune your ukulele down one step, and it's very easy, and actually it's a nice way to discover a slightly new sound to your instrument, and I've got a video on how to do that. But we're going to have a look at it. G, C, E, A, and we're starting on an A minus 7. Not this one, a slightly different one. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Well, it's a great question. Let's see if it's answered once we do the whole song, which may or may not be about 4 videos. And by the way, I must extend a huge thank you to the patrons of my Patreon page, Ukulele Road Trips, who are the ones who make this possible. It wouldn't exist without them, so thank you so much. And if you do appreciate, do click onto the Patreon page and you can become a subscriber. Access all of the song sheets, and if you want, also access all of the songbooks. There's one every month, except last month, because this songbook took so much time. That was a lot, but it's all there. So what I just sang before that was the intro, and you know the A minus 7, and it's this chord, but we're going to play it differently. We're going to play it 5, 4, 3 open, or in diagram language, here it is, our A minus 7. That's going to be really cool, because then we can just move our index 1 fret down, and then what do we've got the D9. And that's going to be really useful because we're going to change quite fast between these 2 chords. It's the same as in the Oye Como Va song. I don't know if you followed my Cuban music series, learned this style. Oye Como Va. Anyway, different style here. And we're going to start singing, and that's why the is underlined, on an E3. What does that mean? E3, E string is and E3 is a specific note. So make sure you just play that right now on your ukulele, the chord, and also then E3. It's a G. It's also the same note as our open G string. Is this the and there you got it, the beginning of the song. The big adventure of playing Bohemian Rhapsody starts here. A minus 7. Is this the real life? And just strum down once softly with your thumb per syllable. Is this the real life? And then we move the index 1 fret down, but you keep the 2 other fingers in place. 1 fret down. Hopefully that works out for you. Is this? And you see on just, we move the index back. And on fantasy, fan, we move the index down again. So it's gonna, is this just fantasy? You could almost do it like this. Is this just fantasy? But then it's a lot of movement and quite quick. So for now we're just gonna do it like this. D9, D9, AM7, D9, D9. And an extra D9 as I just did on C, of fantasy. Let me show you what that looks like quite close to the camera. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? And then you can have a look at your index and move it down another fret, and that'll be your anchor for the next 2 chords. Always nice to have an anchor in your chords so that things can move around it. Our index on E1, E string 1st fret, and we're playing a G7, which is a chord that you know very well. Yeah. Chord in a, and on a land, D minus 7, land, and G7 on slide, slide. And if you want, for the joke, you can actually slide with your voice down to no slide, no escape. And actually these 2 notes are G's if you're looking for these notes. So let's sing that again on a G. Caught in a landslide, no G, 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 A, G, 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 G. It's called an octave, same note. Chord in a DM7, landslide, no. Okay, I got it. But you don't have to play if you've got the note for no escape. Chord in a landslide, no escape from reality. And C, C4, C, C2, C is not the name of a band, although there is a band called C2C, great band. We're actually putting our index on E1 for the C4 and lifting that and putting our middle finger on the note C2 for the chord called C2. Basically, we're putting our middle finger on the second fret of the C string and playing a C for the C2. Here I am up close to show you again. It's no escape from reality. The reason why I call these C2 and C4, it's because we add the fourth and then we add the second to our chord that's already sort of in place. The C4 is actually a C sus4 and the C2 is C add 2, but it doesn't matter. Basically it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, normal C, 4, normal C, 1, 2, C2, normal C. Let's play through the first two lines together. Let's go. Remember, G. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. And then we've got an A minus 7. You can play it like this again, if you want, or actually everything open, it's okay now. And we're gonna sing the E string. Open your eyes, open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. And then I've got a notation that indicates individual notes. C0 is C string open string. E1 is E string first fret. And A0 is A string open fret. So we play open your eyes, and feel free to strum however you feel here to give a bit of rhythm. Look up to the skies and see, play the F and then open, E1, A0. And then, what's that? We've got 7x, 6x, which means 7th fret, here we don't bother, and then 6th fret, and then we don't bother. So make sure you pluck with thumb and index, or thumb and middle. And then under your little finger, we've got an A8. What does that mean? 8th fret of the A string. And then 5, 5. So just flatten your index on 5. Ooh, if that seems a little bit complicated, let's do it a very easy way. Flatten your index all across the 5s, the 5th frets. You can play that now, check with me. Yeah, that sounds very nice, exactly. And then you make an F shape. You know, an F shape on top of your index, and you just play the two notes where you've just added your two fingers for the F shape. And then you play, it's like the high note of an F or the C here, 3 frets above your index, your little finger on the A string. That's what we want to do. Let's try that again. 7x6, A8, and then hold the index, 5, 5. I could have written that in tabs, but I have this awesome system that actually doesn't take up any space at all, and that kind of explains what's going on very well. The thing is with this system, if you're not used to it, it may be a bit overwhelming at first, but just get used to it. Just think in terms of, oh, this is the string and this is the fret number, and then you'll be fine. And when it's in these little symbols and there's 4 elements, 4 numbers usually, but here we have 7x, 6x, it just means fret, 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 fret. So just think of it as G, C, E, A, fret, 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 fret. 7, don't bother. 6, don't bother. Let's keep on going. I'm just a poor boy high, G7. I need no sympathy. And here, the sympathy on no, you can move up your ring finger on the 3rd fret. I need no sympathy. And then here, find an open G note, which is a G. I like to sing this bit lower because it gives it a bit of opera sort of vibe, which will be handy down the line when that really comes back with a big bang. Because I'm... And here we're going to play these 3 notes because they're quite difficult to find with the voice sometimes. G0, G2, G3. Because I'm... And then we have these little chords in quick succession. What's going on is that we're starting on a 6, 5, 4, and then nothing here. It's the red one, it's the D flat. So put your 3 fingers this way and try and have your index that mutes the A string. This finger here, the index of the left hand, try and lean it on the A string so it's muted. And then you can strum everything without this A string ringing. Or you can just pluck 3 strings. And that's also fine. Play, play, and then go down 1. And go down 1 again. Play, play, and go up 1 again. And go up 1, and go down 1, play, go down 1, play it twice, and back up. Because I'm... Play, play, up, up, play, down, 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 up. There you go. And that's how this works. You can see it's the B flat, B, C, D flat, D, E flat, E. Let's do that with the because. Because I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low, and then F. Anyway the sea wind blows, E diminished, doesn't really, G7, matter to me. Here it's a G7 but higher up. If that's too hard you can skip it, but it's 0-3-5-3-5. To me. And then we're going to start the verse with the harmonics in the next video. Let me play all of that quite close to the camera, so if there's something that's a bit tricky, you can double check, pause, maybe have a quick look at that. Let's go. Hey, well, that little bit of harmonics and plucking, that'll be for the next video, so make sure you tune in again. And for the last line, just a little detail. Feel free to strum and then pluck a little bit. Pluck however you want, but if you don't know how to pluck however you want, you don't know what you want, then you can just go strum down with the thumb and then index middle ring if you want. Anywhere the wind blows. Although on the C it's nice to highlight the E string first. Anywhere the wind blows doesn't really matter to me. And then here, to me. Well done to you for completing the first massive step in a fascinating musical journey. Bohemian Rhapsody on the ukulele, arranged for voice and instrument to keep all the cool, nice little bits in. That's very special. Congratulations to you, and I'll see you in the next video with a different ukulele, because see you very soon, and thank you patrons for supporting this work. Bye bye everybody.